with Josh Dover.
I really don't know how long I've been doing this shit. I guess 2010's the first year that you gave a shit. I was the underdog, so please excuse me a bit. I need some space, so someone please make me some room in this bitch. Cause I'm in beast mode, beast mode. Give me those beats, I eat those. All day I don't sleep, low. I don't even know what I got sheets for. Them pillowcases and bed frames, I'll take that, don't need those. So high, I don't get high. Beast mode, I'm in beast mode. What you think I got these teeth for? Why do I rip that east side? And why don't they y'all
Welcome in to Josh Dover Uncensored on TradioV.com. I am the before mentioned Josh Dover, Joel Jaramillo.
Oh yeah, what's up,
me,
y'all?
As usual. How you doing, Joel?
Killing it, man.
Nice, killing it.
Having a day, bud. It's Monday.
Yeah, I know.
Mondays are tough days to get back, but I want to throw a shout out real quick to 5280.
Oh yeah,
what
you
up?
rocking that
Check
shirt?
us out.
Nice.
Sickest shirts on the market, bud. Oh, that's ill too. I dig
Optimus
that.
Prime. They see the banner behind me.
Boom. That's
James,
right, man.
James over there at 5280 hooked us up. I was rocking mine all day yesterday.
Jimmy Jam,
Jimmy
J-Rock.
Jan. The name's Jamal.
Every week, Jimmy Jam, James, J-Rock.
That's right. James at 5280. Check him out, man. 5280 Shirt Shop. You can get that shirt that Joel's wearing. You can get a whole bunch of different shirts. Some Todd Father shirts. You know, he's in the news. We talked about it last week.
The Todd Father.
The Dewey. You can get Sauced. I believe he's got it in purple and black now in honor of the Todd Father. Or you can get it in Broncos colors for No Sean. All kinds of stuff at 5280 Shirt Shop. Follow him on Twitter at 5280 Shirt Shop as well. Follow me on Twitter at Joshua Dover. Joel is at jbroham with an N.
Yep.
I just tweeted actually about it, so you can just go to my Twitter and then boom, click on his and then click follow.
Boom. I followed myself. I don't know how that happened.
Wish you could.
It's that extra follow that you need. Push you over the line.
Or go to Facebook.com if you're not a Twitter person. Some people don't like Twitter.
Tweetards.
Yeah, they're weird though. Twitter's the best. Go to Facebook. Josh Dover Uncensored is my page. Like that. We got to get those likes up.
Yeah, for real.
So go there.
We're at
like
60.
It.
We want to be at 100 by the end of the week. You guys can push that through.
Tell your friends.
We got some prizes for y'all.
Oh, yes, we can do that.
How about for the 100th
like
that we get, we will get you a T-shirt. How's that sound, Josh?
I'm in.
We'll get you a 5280 T-shirt
of your choice.
Of your choice, because you guys have been listening to us, caring about what we're doing. So thank you.
Yeah, and tell everybody like the Facebook page. Go to Joel's as well. It's Ole Joel.
Ole, that's O-L-E and J-O-L-E.
Did I say it right?
It's Ole Ole.
Ah, shit.
That's all right, man. It's cool. Not everybody eats paste picante.
It's true.
We can
I barely even like it.
Could slide right past that. They don't make a guacamole. I don't know why they don't do that, but they should.
They really should.
They really should. It would make sense. And it's not even made in New York City. So
those commercials are all lies?
I think it's made in New Jersey.
New York City? Isn't that what he always used to say?
Yeah, but it's like the guy's eating salsa from New York City.
Yeah. So, yeah, go to our Facebook page. I don't know how we got the name.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about sports here.
Let's do it.
At some point. We're also going to talk about the Grammys that were last night. I don't know if you watched it all. And you know what else we're going to talk about is The Walking Dead, because I love that show.
Now, everybody keeps talking about The Walking Dead, and I don't know if I'm just completely cut off, if I work too much or what the shit's going on, but everybody is up on The Walking Dead kick.
I'll fill you in on it.
All right.
Also, since we're off on a tangent here, I was walking around to the restroom before we started,
Yeah.
Take a quick leak before the show starts, and I realized I've been coming in here for a little while now.
Uh-huh.
What does everybody else in this office do?
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah, I've been here for 8 months. No clue.
So it's a little weird.
All I know is that we got a big old studio over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be
Is
fun.
anybody ever in that? We
Sometimes
should check that out.
They do pledge driving. Yeah.
Oh, like the phones or whatever? You answer the phones?
Well, they do like a program, and then there's like a phone answering place.
Weird.
Yeah, because it's like a international deal. They're on DirecTV as well. It's free speech TV. I don't know if they do programming or what. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because every time I come in here, everybody's just
staring,
like freaking zombies.
Blank staring out the window.
Or their computer screen. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, hey.
Bathroom.
So it was weird. I just thought of that when I was walking by him. Maybe Joel knows. He runs this
I know as much as you do.
Weird.
Yeah.
I like how the microphone is different this week. I feel like every other week we got a different mic.
That's right. We're just trying to make our hosts happy here.
Oh, I like this one. It's my favorite one. Let's talk a little bit before we actually do get into sports and other stuff. Is the Lincoln Drinkin' Pub Crawl.
Oh, yeah.
Check this out.
Dude, this is awesome. It's a pub crawl that goes from Larimer Lounge to the Matchbox. It goes
Matchbox 20?
No. Said I don't know if I've ever been good enough. Larimer Lounge, Meadowlark, and Matchbox, and they're all on Larimer. So it's called the Lincoln Drinkin' Pub Crawl, and you dress up in a Lincoln costume or 1800s attire, and you get discount on drinks and stuff like that. And it's actually going to be tomorrow from 6 to 10. If you're in Denver, it's going to be pretty fun little deal. Check this out. Let me see if I can throw this up here. You see this?
Oh, that's way better of a photo than me. So that's Abraham Lincoln, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Is that shotgunning?
Shotgunning
A Colt 45. It's so great.
That's sick, too.
I'll get that tattooed on me.
Yeah, for real. I want to get that on my side, like where my rib is. And then here's the back side.
Yeah,
just
hold that up for a sec.
Give you a little taste of what's going down in the CO.
What times? What is it? 6 to 10?
Yeah, we're looking at from 6 to 10. And that's a perfect time, too, because, I mean, you may get done before that. And if you're downtown anyway, at the Hard Rock Cafe, there's always live free comedy at the Hard Rock. So
Tuesdays?
Tuesday nights. Yeah, starts at 9.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll be pushing that as well. I'll be promoting that because I do the Comic Sense show.
Yeah, it's a good show. Tell them about that.
Yeah, Comic Sense Radio is going to be tomorrow at this time, and it's going to be Jesse Carter and John Wren and myself, and we just do some comedy skits. We just funny, kind of shoot the shit. And we want you guys to call in for that as well. This is we want you guys to talk about what's funny in your life because we're going to talk about it too.
Also, I think it was John, but he sent me a tweet with the whole Todd Helton thing, and it was Todd at first base. You know, when the Rockies went to the World Series, he got the last out and you know reached up and was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he photoshopped or maybe just got off the internet. Who gives a shit? It was awesome. He took it and it was Todd Helton holding up an igloo.
Yeah.
You know, because he said he'd been drinking out of igloo things. And it was freaking great. And then I quoted it or whatever and sent it back out with the photo attached. And then I seen a bunch of other people that I'm friends with on Twitter had it on their little picture frame. So thanks to John. I believe it was John who sent it to me.
Yeah, John T. Wren. He does all that stuff, man. He's a cool fucking funny guy. Here you go. This is the picture that he made.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. Boozing it.
And you see, oh man, his name's escaping me, but the Diamondback player in the background.
Down here.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
so thanks for sending me to it. I sent it back out, and that was cool. I didn't know they did free comedy, dude, at Hard Rock. That's cool. I'll have to check that out.
And last Tuesday they did the stand-up comedy tour where it was a lot of crowd participation, but you could go through and you can like your favorite comic, and it's on Facebook too. So typically, like, people are going to be on their phones, and it's like a judging system, and you could just use Facebook to judge. So it was pretty cool.
Nice.
It was really cool, and it was innovative, and it was kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway type deal.
I love that show.
So it was pretty fun.
I've actually always thought like you know what? Someday I'm gonna give stand-up comedy a try.
Should, man.
Rick, we have a friend Rick who hasn't he done it?
Who, Rick Yale?
Rick Yale.
It's ridiculous. I don't know. Has he done that?
He told me before when he lived in Arizona he had to do it. But I always, like, sometimes if I'm super bored or I'm on a long drive especially, I'll, like, just think of funny routines in my head. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'd definitely use that in my stand-up act.
You should just podcast it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've tried that with the missus, remember?
Oh, yeah, that was funny, too, man.
She doesn't want to post it.
Come on, dude.
I don't know
We
why.
should do a separate podcast, not about sports or anything.
Just about life.
Just about life.
I mean, we don't have to talk about sports here. It's whatever we want.
People need their sports fix. People need their sports fix.
So
do you need your sports fix? What do you want us to talk about? How about that? Next show, you
Tweet
guys
us.
tweet us. Let us know what you guys want to hear about, and we'll ditch a sports show one time.
Hell yeah, we will talk about whatever we want.
Smoking weed.
Let's talk about I don't know about that,
Yeah.
but let's talk about the Grammys a little bit before we actually, because we're going to talk some Nuggets and we're going to talk a little bit of Broncos if we can squeeze it in, but it's going to be a big basketball show today here. The Grammys, Joel, you did not watch?
You know what? I caught a little bit of it, and it feels so commercialized. And
What did you see? What parts?
I saw somebody win a Grammy. It was that guy who did the Forrest Gump thing.
Oh, I didn't see that part, but I heard about Ocean.
Yeah, Frank
Frank
Ocean. I
Ocean.
saw him win a Grammy. And I caught the end of Justin Timberlake's little thing at the very
I
end
didn't
of
know he
it.
was there.
What else did I see? I saw somebody else performing. I don't remember who it was. I don't really know.
I seen Rihanna and the Marley Brothers do their dance or their song, and I seen what else? Not much. Oh, I seen Katy Perry presenting new artist.
What was she wearing?
I don't know, something that everybody was in love with because her cleavage was.
She's got giant, enormous jugs. That's why. Can I say that on the air? Can't I?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. This isn't against any.
And what else did I see? I think that's it. I seen Sting try and sing a little bit with Bruno Mars, which was uncomfortable for all of us there in the house. I don't want to see those two guys together, man.
No,
It's
it's kinda
weird.
Weird, yeah. It's a weird mix.
So yeah, I didn't watch it. I was watching Nuggets. Obviously, got a big, or come up short from a big win last night. Triple overtime in Boston.
That's cool though. I like those triple overtime, or like even just an overtime game.
It's a lot of basketball for the Nugs. They already have 4 games in 5 nights, and triple overtime last night at almost over another quarter, a little under 2 quarters, but then they are back at it in Toronto, and then they'll follow that up with a back-to-back against the Nets. Good news for Nuggets fans coming out today. Deron Williams won't play in that Nuggets-Nets game. He's got swelling in his ankle, so he's going to sit for that. So maybe you can bounce back and get 2 road wins and come home for 1, I believe, and then back out on the road for a couple.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that. I was watching some Walking Dead. You said you're not into the show, or
I've
you just haven't?
I've just never seen it. I've never seen one episode of
So
it.
you do got to start. You basically got to start from the beginning. I mean,
Start
it's
from
like all
scratch.
the TV series.
Yeah.
Because it's be confused, but it's pretty cool, dude. It's zombies, obviously, end of the
Mhm.
world type of show.
Yeah. What do you think? You think that's a possibility for humanity? Is zombies?
Zombies? No.
It's funny when people get really serious about it.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go Bible study here, but yeah, the end of the world probably will come someday, but it's not going to be humans turning into flesh-eating creatures. I don't think that's really going to happen.
Hey, it's already started, man. People have been taking those bath salts all crazy.
Yeah, I guess bath
Eating other
salts.
people. You never know, man.
That's probably just like one crazy asshole that's
Yeah.
like super high on whatever he found under his kitchen sink
So what is this?
and then just, went nuts. But no, it's good. I like it. You'll have to get caught up. I'm just going to say this because I don't want to spoil it for everybody too that's maybe didn't get to watch last night. They kind of took a twist with like some ghost type of stuff. And I'm like, come on, man. You're
Is
already
it-
selling zombies.
Zombie ghosts?
No,
Is
just
those-
like a human ghost.
Oh.
But like, ghosts coming back and shit. I'm like,
Right.
don't stretch this any further.
What, are you going to bring a vampire and a wolf
Right,
next
yeah.
week?
We already have zombies, and now we're going to have ghosts, and we got Twilight guys coming
Frankenstein comes out. Ah, come on.
in. So just back off of that. I just
Yeah.
hope it doesn't go that way, because then it's going to be terrible for the rest of the time.
They're going to ruin it, man. Did you hear other people talking about that too? The ghost
Zombies?
thing? The ghost thing?
Mm-mm.
Like anybody else say anything stupid about it? Like, or not stupid, but like
Saying my
criticizing.
idea's stupid?
Criticizing. No, I'm
just
sorry.
kidding.
I didn't mean
I'm kidding.
I didn't mean that at all. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't actually. I don't know. There's like a whole. Maybe I'm just following the wrong people on Twitter, but a lot of the people on Twitter last night were like, "All right, getting off Twitter because of Walking Dead spoilers," and I'm like, nobody ever tweets Walking Dead's time on my thread,
Better not.
so I just follow sports folks, my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Walking Dead, we'll see. We'll talk a little bit about it here and there from time to time. Maybe you guys can get caught up. Would the missus be in on something like that? Is she into those kind of shows?
No, if we watch a show Like we watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
That's
and
a
then
good
we
one.
also watch like cooking shows and shit. So we like to eat food, and we like it to taste really good.
Makes sense.
Yeah, seems legit, right?
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, that's how we roll, man.
All right. So it was a good day of basketball just in general yesterday. We had, well, at least for me, the day started with IU at Ohio State. The Hoosiers go in there, get a win after losing Thursday to Illinois. They lose in Illinois.
Illinois.
The Illini.
Mm.
And then today, the new top 25 comes out. AP still has the Hoosiers at number 1, so that's awesome. My co-host Adam Kinney, if he's listening, his Dukies, number 2. So.
Dukies. Yeah. Sponsored by Green Day.
Yeah.
It's all good. I don't know if you caught the reference. You might be too young.
There's a band called Green Day, right?
Album called Dookie.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why I told my fiance we couldn't get married in September because then Green Day couldn't come.
You have to wake that guy up.
Yeah. So, what the hell were we even talking about? Good day of hoops yesterday. That's right. Start with the Hoosiers. Then I got to watch the Lakers and Heat. And the Lakers are a mess again after being a mess. And then they thought I think they won 3 or 4 in a row. And, maybe the Lakers are on track. They're going to figure out how to play together. Then lose a couple in a row now. And now Pau Gasol is going to be out.
Yeah, the Lakers
Is
suck.
that for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Not cool, dude.
Sorry. Did I do that the wrong time?
No, it's okay. I don't really try to. I don't want to root for the Lakers. I've grown up loving the Lakers.
fan. They had some great players too.
Yeah, it was in the family. Dad
yeah.
loved them. I just carried on.
It's because James Worthy.
Or Magic.
Yeah, Magic was
But James
awesome.
Worthy was a hell of a player
Yes,
too.
he was.
They had Vlade Divac too in the early '90s.
Yeah.
With early Magic, Kareem was there.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cooper.
Yeah, it was
Kurt Rambis, Superman.
Kurt Rambis.
Yeah. Those are some good teams.
Yeah, and that's the reason for following a team like that. I mean, if you look back at the players and the way the game was played, these guys were all-stars, man.
And Lil Wayne was at the Lakers Heat game yesterday and got thrown out.
Good.
You know why?
No.
I guess there were some fans heckling him, giving him shit or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he did the fake reach in his pocket and pretend he was gonna shoot him.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, what the hell are you thinking, Lil Wayne?
What a jackass.
So.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not a Lil Wayne fan anyway, because he'd be
Oh.
Yeah.
I am a Lil Wayne fan. I mean,
you
not
are.
like his newest stuff. I haven't really
Yeah.
heard much of the new
he,
stuff.
He was getting into rock. Something like that. He's
Yeah,
playing
I'm not a
guitar and
fan of
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
But his younger stuff.
Hey, wobble, wobble,
Yeah.
wobble.
Yeah. That's good stuff. But Lakers lose to the Heat yesterday. It's,
The heat's on.
dude,
The heat is on.
LeBron James. I had this discussion earlier this morning. Will LeBron James ever be able to catch MJ? Will anybody say, LeBron James is the best player to ever play the game of basketball?
He's getting
Probably
there.
not.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, but he does have, because I don't think in today's NBA it's really hard to win 6 championships. And I think LeBron could win 4 or 5, maybe tie MJ. But even if he has 6 rings at the end of everything, everybody's still going to put MJ up
Of course.
a rung,
Yeah, but
rung higher.
That's just going to be for the people who are our age or a little bit older. And then when the new era comes along, people are going to be looking at LeBron in that light of Jordan. Yeah. But Jordan's still going to be remembered as one of the greatest, like the greatest. You know what I mean?
He's turning 50 this week.
No shit.
They're doing this big Sports Center thing on him. But, yeah, man, I don't know. That's something. LeBron James, he's 28 years old. And he showed his dominance yesterday against the Lakers. He's 28 years old. Jordan was the best athlete in the NBA until he was about 33, 34 years old. And then he really had to revert to that low post game, turnaround jumpers, things like that. And he was the best at it. But think about that. That happened when he was 34 years old. LeBron's 28. That's 6 years from now that LeBron James is probably going to be the best athlete in the league, where he can just out-jump, out-run, out-everything, everyone else, and he can go to the rack hard, and he can finish at the rim, both sides of it. He can do the little step-back jumper, and right now he's just kind of starting to lock up that turnaround jumper that Jordan ended his career with.
Yeah, but if you think about it too, well, what's going to be the new era of basketball players? What's to come, and that's going to force him to do the Jordan thing, or you know what I mean? It'll be something else. It'll be something else because you have to come up with something that's going to change with the times. And so, for the way Jordan went out, he went out the right way.
You're
know
right,
what I mean?
and
given the times,
something I think that will favor LeBron James, and this is how I think the league is going to go. Maybe not in 5 years, maybe not in 10, but certainly in our lifetime, we'll see the NBA play more often than not without a true center. LeBron James now plays power forward at his size, and like I just said, he's the best athlete, so he can do that. But even the Knicks, they play Carmelo Anthony at the 4 once in a while, and we all know he's not a true 4. But the NBA is going to get to that at some point where there's no 7'6" guy that just dominates inside. It's going to be a fast-paced, high-flying, up and down the floor.
So they're evolving, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody's going to get stronger, faster, and
the
and more
Darwin
athletic.
effect.
Yep.
If you don't fucking fit in, dude, you're out.
If you can't swim,
you bound to drizz
down. That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And I think that kind of play, like we're just talking about the thing changing, that's better for LeBron James.
Yeah.
Because then he doesn't have to worry about some 7'6" guy hurting him when he tries to go to the rim, or blocking a shot and him falling on a pelvis or something like that.
Yeah, and if you watch him play too, he's a very good proactive player. So you'll always see him growing and trying to be the best.
So that's the Heat. Yeah, and I even hate to say this because I'm not a LeBron guy. I hate what he did to Cleveland. I get it that was his right, but
yeah.
He would have been a freaking icon. He already is, but he would have been a worldwide icon phenomenon times 5 than what he is now if he could have done this in Cleveland.
He would have done it.
And I think the way, you're right. The way he's playing right now, he certainly could have.
But then again, he's surrounded by these people that are, and this is kind of go back to what I really believe is like you get to this place in your life and you surround yourself with these people that help you grow mentally, physically, all these different ways, and maybe that's what he needed. He may even go back to Cleveland at some point. Yeah,
that's actually been the talk. I believe he's a free agent in 2014. So another year or so, season away, and maybe he comes back.
How does Cleveland look at that? I mean, I'm sure that they would be completely 100% accepting of that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And why not?
They're the 6, the girl that's a 6, and is dating a guy that's an 8, but he just is a jerk most of the time. And when he calls, they're answering the phone.
Yeah, for sure.
It's Cleveland.
Well, and you know what? That's going to bring revenue to Cleveland, and that's what they need. So hopefully, LeBron will go that route, or he could be selfish. You never know.
I mean, I think he's teased it. He teased on Twitter, dunk contest, ?
Yeah.
He's not going to do the dunk contest until it really, really benefits him or one of his organizations at the least. So, but that's the Heat. They win yesterday. The Lakers, before we take a break, in some serious trouble. You know what the Lakers are?
Retarded.
You've seen Semi-Pro, right?
Yeah.
The Lakers are Jackie Moon as he's about to step in that cage and fight the bear at halftime.
Oh, we'll watch that out of the break.
So, and I'll tell you what I mean on the other side. So come back for that. You're listening to Josh Over Uncensored on TradioV.com.
Mahalo Hawaii Deep Sea Drinking Water comes to you from the island paradise of Hawaii, 3,000 feet below the ocean surface, where the water is naturally clean, pure, cold, and filled with healthy minerals and nutrients. The deep sea water used for Mahalo drinking water is very old. It takes between 1,200 and 2,000 years for the water to travel to the North Atlantic Ocean through the freezing Arctic currents, under the vast glaciers of Greenland, where it gathers ancient minerals that leach down from the ice. Then it flows around and back down toward the deep channels of the Pacific Ocean. Mahalo Hawaii Deep Sea. Purely the best water in the world. The official water for TradioV. Log on to hawaiideepseawater.com. Mahalo.
Tukis will make you feel good about cleaning. Tukis are reusable dishcloths that are hand-woven with eco-friendly 100% organic cotton. Tukis, handcrafted in India, will make a difference in your home, your life, and the lives of the Indian women who weave them with dignity and pride. Working to stand on their own 2 feet, Tukis are their labor of love. Go green with the best dishcloths available. That's Tukis. Order a 3-pack for less than $10 exclusively online at www.tukis.com. That's TOOCKIES. Tukis.com.
No one loves do-it-yourself projects more than I do, but you never want to cut or drill into a wall without knowing what's behind it. That's why I choose Zircon Corporation. As the #1 electronic hand tool company in the world, Zircon Super Tools help keep me and my crew safe and out of harm's way. From stud sensors and laser levels to metal detectors and electrical wiring sensors, sturdy and dependable Zircon tools are all I use. So whether renovating or redecorating, ask for Zircon by name at your local home improvement store. And should someone say, haven't seen you in a while, tell them, that's cause every time I come by, all the Zircon stud finders go off. Just kidding. Sort of. From odd jobs around the house to those bigger fall projects where you need a helping hand, it's good to know Zircon tools are within your reach and help you get the job done safely. Electronic tools are all they make, so they simply make them better. Remember, before any wall gets worked on, you'd better get a Zircon.
TradioV.com.
Scared, Clarence. It's a baby bear. It's trained and everything.
Who's a good bear? Who used to live in the woods?
Look here. I'm terrified of those things. Freak it out. Come on, get it together. I'm starting to feel really dizzy. Want to call it off? No. I gotta give these people a show.
Are you guys ready?
Uh-huh.
You have to give me your safe word.
No, I don't need a safe word.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you feel like you're in danger, just say, Spumoni.
No, I don't need spumoni, okay? Let's get this show on the road. Bobby D. Go ahead, man.
It's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
We're both wearing red.
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I just trying to deal with him right now.
Oh,
I like your top hat, though.
thanks. It was normal size, but I put it in the dryer.
How long have you been working with the bear?
Just like a day or so.
What?
But I've been working with cats for like 12 years. So I'm very familiar with animals.
Hey, Dewey. Fuck that shit! I'm out of here, Spumoni.
No. You can't quit now. We just started. We got to get these people a show, man.
That's Dwight Howard. I'm out of here. Screw this.
Just gonna be right over here.
Come on,
And
Dewey.
Kobe says, "You ain't leaving." Goes back.
He's nothing but a dumb bear. Smack, smack. Yep.
So that's Dwight. He's playing. That's like a night against the Bucks.
Come in with crazy fist. Huh? This is fine. He's not doing anything. Flint, can you dig it?
So there's LA, a little happy, and then all hell breaks loose. The Lakers realize they can't play together. Kobe Bryant needs to have the ball 99% of the time.
Fuck you, Clarence Spumoni! Bobby D, help! Shit!
That's Mike Brown, the lady that just whips, does nothing. Here comes Dr. Jerry.
Watch my hair! Watch my hair! The only thing I
Dr.
care
Bust,
about is my hair.
the Lakers owner. This is them yesterday, basically.
How many times do I gotta say Spumoni?
The Lakers
Somebody's gotta do something.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
are Jackie Moon. The Bear is the Heat, the Thunder, the Spurs, any real contender. And this is what happens. So now it's Kobe Bryant. This is Kobe Bryant right here.
Nobody move.
This is Kobe telling the media, hey, relax, guys. We're fine.
Where are you,
We are fine. We're going to figure it out. Dwight and I are going to be friends. Steve Nash is still finding his role. Powell's hurt. But Powell will be back in about 4 or 5 weeks. Right when we're clicking on all cylinders. And then they run into the Heat. Everybody run for your lives. And this is when Kobe just starts chucking up shots.
Your refund will be escaping this death trap with your life.
Oh my God.
That was a direct quote to season ticket holders.
Nice.
So that's the Los Angeles Lakers right now. And
Nice breakdown.
they're a mess, man. They are a mess. While the Heat, on the other hand, like we said, just getting better and better. LeBron James, in particular, getting better and better. And the NBA is going to be fun. The NBA now with more eyes on it than before, obviously, because football season's over. Those casual fans will now switch over to basketball and maybe even a little bit of hockey, even though in this town the Avalanche look like they're going to be terrible. So we'll see.
This is another reason why you don't start hockey in the middle of a season.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
should have just.
You said right when it came back. You're not going to take part. You're not going to pay attention. It looks like the Avalanche were on board with you, the actual players.
Yeah, see? They know. They feel the same way. They're like, fuck this, but pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, that's right.
Direct line from Goodfellas.
Buy us. Fuck you.
Buy us, fuck you.
Buy us. Fuck you.
Boo-foo.
So, yeah, that was yesterday's game that I watched. The Knicks and Clippers played as well. I was watching the Hoosiers game, as I mentioned. So, next up was the Denver Nuggets and Boston Celtics. Nuggets, Joel, I'll ask you. The big gripe a lot of people have with the NBA, is the guy that makes the schedule. David Stern, those kind of guys. Because of stretches like this. The Denver Nuggets are going to play 4 games in 5 nights. And my take on it is, yeah, I get it. I understand they're probably not playing their best basketball on that second night of the back-to-back. And maybe that's not fair to fans that are paying top dollar to sit in those nice seats. But at the same time, I don't pay. But these guys get paid a very nice amount yearly to play basketball.
Yeah.
A game. I'm in a rec league. I got a game tonight. Guess what? I paid to get into that league.
You know what, Josh? In my personal experience of life, if they don't do their best, then they're going to look back and say, man, I really wish I would have done my best. There's no reason to not. If you're a professional athlete and you play a sport for a living, if you're hurt, you're hurt. Sit out. Otherwise, go out there and do your best every night, because you're going to be able to look back and you have no regrets. You're getting paid to do your best, so do your best. And if you're not going to perform at the top level, then why the fuck are you playing in the NBA?
I agree. And like I said, these guys are getting paid a lot. I get it. You get tired. 4 games in 5 nights is a lot.
Right.
But
still, dude,
you also only work, technically work, 7, 8 months out of the year. And those other 4 months, you're supposed to be staying in shape, grinding so that you can come back a better player.
Right.
And if you're not, then you're being overpaid.
Right. And that's a personal choice they make if they want to play a sport. If you want to play a national sport, look, that's why I'm not playing a national sport. I'm not even set up like that. I'm not set up to be an athlete. I'm sorry. I can play sports, don't get me wrong, but I'm not anywhere close to ever being a professional level sports player. And you know what? I'll leave it to them. And I'm not going to complain about how much money they make because they're doing it. But don't make us regret having you on our team.
Yeah. And
if you're not going to perform.
And like I said, I think that they should be held more accountable on back-to-backs and things like that, and or somebody make a change. Either the league, you spread it out a little bit better, and that's probably what's going to happen because these players aren't going to. They're divas. They're all pretty much divas. So we'll see what happens. David Stern's tenure is going to end here in about a year from right now, so we'll see if Silver, the new guy, will make any changes. But back to the Nuggets. They were coming in 9 straight the Celtics were coming in with 6 straight wins after their guy Rondo, the gargoyle, got hurt. They hadn't lost since that point, and the Nuggets, like I said, winning 9 in a row. The Nuggets, they beat the Cavs on Saturday night. They fly to Boston, the big snowstorm on the East Coast. They're like, I don't want to hear that either. Not an excuse. It's just like what we talked about. They're athletes. They're professionals. They're supposed to go and show up and get ready to go. Now, the Nuggets were. They dug deep. They climbed from back from being behind and forced a few overtimes. Andre Miller he cost them the game. He tries to take over late in the game situation, missed a 3, missed a jump shot from the baseline, got a rebound and missed the tip. Now, kudos to Andre for being there for the rebound, but come down with the ball. Unless you're up there above the rim and ready to dunk it, he grabs the rebound and tries to tip it in like we're playing 21. Come down with the ball.
Back to 0, bro.
That's right. Shot fake and get the 2 defenders that are riding your back already in the air, and then jump into them, send yourself to the free throw line. And if you want to be the hero there at the free throw line when the clock is stopped and you get a free shot. Don't get the contended layup. The Nuggets were fortunate because the ball got knocked out of bounds and the referees went to the replay to look.
Yeah.
And they kept the ball Denver Nuggets' way. And that's a whole nother story. The officials yesterday were terrible with the replay calls.
Yeah.
So Andre Miller misses the 3. And then what really makes me mad, Joel, and I don't know if you've seen it, it was a couple of days ago before this game, Miller had told a reporter from the Colorado Springs Gazette, it's the Denver Post of the Springs, kind of.
Ish.
Yeah. Tells a reporter from them that he's not happy with his role as a Nugget. He says, I'm not going to just fade away as a backup. I'm not going to let my career fade away as a backup. I'm too competitive for that. And if we weren't winning, I'd be complaining more. So then he comes out and does this. And in my mind, it's him. He has something to prove.
Yeah.
Because that comment was, not leaked. He gave it to a reporter. But, it was taken out of contents maybe, and it was blown up. It's all we've been talking about for a couple of days.
Right.
So maybe he wanted to come out and say, you know what, I'm going to show you how important I am to this team.
Well, and that's just it. I feel like you can't say something like that as an athlete. You just have to do it. But they ask you questions, so you're ultimately going to talk about what you have going on in your heart or in your mind or whatever. But show it. Don't say shit unless you do something and then say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Do something that's going to make us say, oh, I want to get the interview with this guy now because he's showing us something that we haven't seen.
And Andre Miller, the 3 he took and came up way short was huge time-wise in critical situation. And that's not his range. He's a career 20% three-point shooter. You're better than that.
You know better than that.
And
that's what you tell your kids.
Oh, I meant like you could shoot better than that.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm awesome at stuff.
At stuff.
At doing things?
Andre, that's not the time to prove it. Ty had made a big floater off the glass to tie things up, to send it into an overtime, and then took a 3, which I liked seeing from Ty because it shows he's aggressive. Gallo made a couple of big 3s, although he didn't shoot good most of the night. But it's just bad timing for Andre Miller to say this and then come back and have a game like this because that's not who he is. He's a smarter player than that. He's probably the Nuggets' smartest player as far as basketball IQ. And maybe Iguodala's up there too, but Andre's a veteran, a savvy vet. That's the old cliche term. And yesterday he had no savviness. He didn't understand anything that was going on in the current game situation, and he cost the Nuggets a game. 3 overtimes, 5 overtimes, it doesn't matter. You're already there. Show up to win.
Right, and that's how you should look at every single game that you play. You show up to win. Go in saying, hey, we're going to win this game, and go in and even if you lose at it, if you give it your best, like I was saying, give it your best no matter what, and you have no regrets.
And about his comments, I'm going to write about this today, and it'll be up tomorrow. You can follow me on Twitter to get that.
On the blog.
At Joshua Dover. It'll be on Mile High Sports. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll tweet the link. And I'm basically just going to tell Andre Miller, look, man, the Nuggets need you just as much as you need the Nuggets, because you're, in reality, a 36-year-old point guard from the University of Utah that really hasn't done much. You're on a nice list with the points and assists, with 6 other guys, 7 other guys, whatever the list is. And that's about it. You can't carry a team. You've never been able to carry a team. You shoot like my 16-year-old sister, and
she actually can shoot pretty good.
Yeah, she's not a bad jump shooter. But you just can't bite the hand that feeds you, and that's exactly what Andre Miller did today. I'm going to write about that here in a little while and post it tomorrow, so follow me on Twitter there for that. It's just Andre Miller needs to know he's not going to go to another team and help them win a championship, because he's going to go to another team, and unless it's the Orlando Magic or the Detroit Pistons, even then, not the Pistons, maybe the Orlando Magic or there's maybe a handful of teams he can go to and start.
Yeah,
he's in a perfect role. The reason he's contributed this long is because he's had the minutes and played the minutes that he's had, and his old body hasn't had the chance to break down because he's not playing 30 minutes a night.
Right.
If he plays 30 minutes a night, he's not going to be worth a damn night in and night out.
Right.
So I'll write about that today.
Nice. I like it. I like the tease.
Thanks. So Nugs lose. They'll have Toronto, and then they'll have the Nets. Like I said, they will. The Nets will be without Deron Williams, so that's a plus. Hopefully the Nuggets can get these 2 wins, finish this East Coast swing at 3-1. Hell, I said 2-2 is acceptable, 3-1 even better, and keep themselves. I don't think they're going to catch the Clippers for the 3 seed. The Clippers are getting healthy, and all their players are going to be back on the floor sooner rather than later, and Chauncey's going to be getting in game shape. He'll be ready to go 100%. Maybe not 100% with the Achilles, but at least game shape-wise, he'll be ready to go here in a week or so. Yeah. So I think the Nuggets can keep it going for that 4 seed, probably not going to catch the 3 seed. We're going to take another break. It'll be our last one. No break.
No break. We're going to pass this one. We'll hit the ads at the end because we only have 15 minutes.
All right. We'll keep it going. Overtime edition.
Scrolling it.
In honor of the Nuggets.
There you go. Overtime.
So, yeah, like I said, Toronto and then the Nets come home for 1, I believe. I'll check their schedule, but they'll come home for 1, and then I think they go right back But if they can finish this East Coast swing 3-1, I mean, that's a good trip.
That's looking good right there.
That is a good trip for the Nuggets. And this month of February, I mentioned it last week here, is a true test for the Nuggets because they're going to get 7 away games, and they're going to get 6 home games. It's the first true real balanced month that they have. And we'll really get to see who these guys are.
Word.
And they won double-digit games last month. We'll see if they can do that again this month. They haven't won double-digit games in back-to-back months all year. I mean, granted, only a few months, but just haven't done it yet. So, yeah, they have the Raptors, Nets. They'll be home for the Celtics. They'll get a rematch at home. So we seen this a month ago when they went to OKC on a Sunday night, got blown out, and then hosted the Thunder the following Sunday night and beat them. It'll be the same situation. You could bet the farm they'll be ready for that game.
Well, I'm excited. I'm not huge NBA as much as I used to be when I was a lot younger, but it's always good to hear and see the Nuggets doing well. Even though there's those slight little downfalls of ego, it's still good to see your home team doing some positive work.
And this is a Broncos town. It's always going to be we got the Nuggets, the Broncos, the Rockies, the Avalanche, and the Rapids. I'm not a soccer guy, but they're here. And the Mammoth, you got lacrosse teams, the Cutthroats, some amateur hockey stuff. You got a bunch of options, but this town is 1, Broncos, town. 2, Broncos off-season, 3, Broncos players on Twitter, 4, Rockies, 5, Nuggets, things like that. See? It's a Broncos town. It always will be.
You can wear this stuff year-round. I don't know why. It just makes sense.
So yeah, Broncos town. But going back to the Nuggets, and we'll move on in just a second. I got some NFL news and notes and stuff like that. We'll talk a little bit about the Broncos. But the dunk contest, Joel, Kenneth Faried is going to be a part of it.
Oh.
He is one of 6. And they're doing a little bit different this year. It's like East versus West instead of like an individual competition. So it's Eastern Conference versus Western Conference.
That's kind of weird. I don't know if I
they're
like
trying
that.
anything, man.
No, I think that's cool. I think it makes makes them dependent on each other, and I like that. It puts that teamwork ethic back into it instead of the individual, because we're too self-righteous, and like I said, the ego thing gets to us. And once you win something on your own, then all the justice goes to that one person, builds that ego, takes away from his actual playing ability. So I think that's cool. I dig that.
And they're gonna do the winning conference donates a whole bunch of money to charity. The losing conference donates a whole bunch more money, just less. So that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that.
So Kenneth Fareed's going to be a part of it. Jeremy Evans, Gerald Green, those two guys have won the dunk contest before. And Fareed, it's going to be cool, man. We've all seen Kenneth Fareed play basketball. He's got a lot of energy. He can jump out of the freaking gym. So it's going to be fun to see him take part of it. He'll also take part in the rookie-sophomore game.
Cool.
Although it's not rookies versus sophomores anymore. They just mix and match. Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal are the coaches, and they pick. They're the captains. They just pick a team.
Great. Oh, yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
Oh, dumbass.
I like Charles. I like both those guys.
Yeah,
Chuck
I do like
and Charles.
Them, yeah.
And Chuck is great. He has zero filter. He just says what's on his mind no matter what. So we'll be looking forward to that. We're going to be really NBA heavy now for the next couple of months with football season over. I'm not going to come on this show and talk to you about the combine, about how great guys looked when they worked out, because one, that's boring, and two,
I don't care either.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that. We'll talk, of course we'll talk about the draft, but we're not going to get combine talk here. We're going to be real basketball heavy, and baseball is coming around the corner. If the Avs can ever get their head out of their ass, I'd love to talk about the Avs, but talking about a bad hockey team with owners that don't want to spend any money on that team isn't really fun for me, and I don't want to get angry. So we're going to talk a lot of hoops.
I don't want you to get angry.
Yeah.
You don't want to see him when he gets angry.
It's true. Also, Joel, news and notes from today, Mike Vick signs a new 1-year, $10 million deal with Eagles, binds him out of that big contract that they had with them, and gives him, now he has a clock. Now he's on the clock. A year. He'll get his $10 million, and what happens from there, it depends on how well Michael Vick plays.
I bet he's done.
You think so?
I think he's done.
He's got Chip Kelly coming in, the new coach for the Eagles, and they're going to run an offense that's really going to help Mike Vick.
I think he'll stick. I bet he'll stick around for one more season after this one.
And he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and I think he'll just go into like a coaching or backup.
Yeah, I could see him being a backup.
Yeah.
But like I said, that offense, it's going to help Mike Vick as far as his involvement, but at the same time, it might hurt him because he's going to be running the ball probably even more, if you can imagine that. He runs it already a ton. But he might be running it more, which is going to lead to more hits, more contact, unless he learns to slide or get out of bounds. He's still going to keep taking those hits, and his body is breaking down. He just keeps taking those and getting hurt. That's what's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Vick's on the clock. $10 million for a year, and nothing to shake a stick at, so he's doing just fine. Also, CU versus Nebraska. Big rivalry, right, when we were younger? Huge. Mm-hmm. It's coming back. They're going to play again. They got 4 games set up beginning in 2018. Some back and forth, one in Boulder, one in Lincoln, one in Boulder, one in Lincoln. So I'm pumped for that. Boulder, CU is fun when they're good. Right now they're good at hoops, and the damn Pac-12 network keeps me from watching them. But they're good at hoops, bad at football. Maybe Coach Mack 2.0 can turn that around. I don't think he's going to be that great. He's going to be much better than what was up in Boulder before, and I think he will get this program started on the turnaround.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be the guy to carry the Buffs back to Graceland. Not by any means.
Okay. Now, I know we have this on our list, and I just want to talk about it because we only have a couple minutes left, but I wanted to talk about the Todd Helton deal.
Okay. The Dewey?
The Dewey. Dude, did you see the picture?
Yeah, it was freaking great.
I'm going to pull that up for you guys. Give me a second. But I like what you were saying, though. This guy is a supposed role model.
Well, that's in other people's eyes. I
Supposed.
is the big term because he shouldn't be a role model, and we shouldn't look at professional athletes as role models. Charles Barkley said it in his commercial, tongue in cheek, I am not a role model. I believe Chuck really meant that, but we can't be looking up at professional athletes as people that are kids. I don't even have kids, but Joel, you have a son. All of our friends damn near have sons. I have goddaughters, and I have little sisters. They're not really into sports, but
All right,
I don't want young people to be thinking, look at him.
Now, this is how you want to see him. This is how you want to remember him.
Yeah, that's how we want to remember him.
This is how you want to remember Todd Helton. Okay.
Look at that goatee. See what he had hidden under that goatee? Go back up.
This little guy right here?
He's housed.
He's housed. Sauced, if
Sauced,
you will.
Exactly. That's why 5280 has those shirts up there in purple and black.
Yep.
So go to 5280shirtshop.com and buy them and wear them at opening day because the Rockies are at home for opening. Obviously, they're at home for their opening day, but it's a Friday night even. And Lodo area is going to be rocking.
Oh, yeah, packed.
Might as well be in honor of the Todd father.
Get sauced.
Just don't drink.
But don't
and
drive home.
Idiots. So that's Todd. And yeah, like I said, man, we put a lot into sports, and I make a living off of sports. Not a very good one, but I make a living.
You're doing it, man.
Off of sports. And we just put too much into it, man. These guys aren't role models. They're guys and girls that are extremely gifted and extremely talented at what they do. And that's about it. You don't know what they do on their off time. You don't know what they do when the lights are off and the camera's not rolling. You don't know what they do when it's behind their home's doors and they've had a few too many pops like Todd Helton has. You don't know who these guys are. Even us in the media, I get to talk to some of these guys. I don't have a clue who these people are when they leave the locker room.
Right.
And nobody ever will.
Well, no one knows what we do when we leave this place. And that's the point. We have our own personal lives. And that's just it. Like, maybe you can admire what he does on the field, whatever.
If you want to be like Todd Helton, the first baseman, absolutely you should
do it.
Work the way he worked on the baseball field day in and day out, just like that. But you don't want to be like Todd Helton. That's what, oh, man, I grew up, I want to be like Todd Helton. No, you don't. You want to be like the first baseman you've seen play for the Colorado Rockies for 10 years. That's who you want to be like. You don't want to be like Todd Helton. When I grow up, I want to be like Kobe Bryant. No, you don't. You want to be like a good shooting guard that played in Los Angeles for 12, 15 years and was glorified on the basketball court. You don't want to be like Kobe Bryant. You want to be the best athlete player at your sport. And just don't look up to these guys. It's not worth it. They're not role models. And nobody's a role model. You know who your role model is? Your dad.
There you go.
Your mom. Your grandpa. Your uncle. Whoever helped mold you to be who you are, that should be who your role model is. Not some idiot that you see playing a sport on TV a couple of nights a week. Because that guy in the big picture really doesn't mean anything for you in your life, the grand scheme of things. So it's about as deep as we'll go here on Josh Dover Uncensored. Not even that
pretty deep,
but,
man.
That's it, man. We got to get out of here because we skipped that break. And we'll be back next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. The NBA trade deadline will be approaching at that time next Monday. We'll only have a few days. So like I said, we're going to talk a lot about that. And we'll see if any not smart, non-role model athletes get arrested, and we'll talk about that as well.
Let's hope for that, and we'll have something else to talk about.
That's right. For Joel Jaramillo on Twitter at JBroham, or the Facebook page is
Ole Hole. That's OLEJOLE.
Follow it, like it, do that. I'm Josh Dover at Joshua Dover on Twitter. Facebook page is Josh Dover Uncensored. Like it. We'll give some stuff away.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
5280.
That's right. Check out James, 5280 Shirt Shop
Jimmy
at
Jam.
5280 Shirt Shop on
J-Rock.
Twitter. We'll be back next week, Monday, 2 o'clock on TradioV.com.
Yeah.
But it seems the fun is over now, and that's alright. It's alright. Time for me to move along.
Mahalo Hawaii Deep Sea Drinking Water comes to you from the island paradise of Hawaii, 3,000 feet below the ocean surface, where the water is naturally clean, pure, cold, and filled with healthy minerals and nutrients. The deep sea water used for Mahalo drinking water is very old. It takes between 1,200 and 2,000 years for the water to travel to the North Atlantic Ocean through the freezing Arctic currents, under the vast glaciers of Greenland, where it gathers ancient minerals that leach down from the ice. Then it flows around and back down toward the deep channels of the Pacific Ocean. Mahalo Hawaii Deep Sea, purely the best water in the world. The official water for TradioV. Log on to HawaiiDeepSeaWater.com. Mahalo.
Tukis will make you feel good about cleaning. Tukis are reusable dishcloths that are hand-woven with eco-friendly 100% organic cotton. Tukis, handcrafted in India, will make a difference in your home, your life, and the lives of the Indian women who weave them with dignity and pride. Working to stand on their own 2 feet, Tukis are their labor of love. Go green with the best dishcloths available. That's Tukis. Order a 3-pack for less than $10 exclusively online at www.tukis.com. That's TOOCKIES. Tukis.com.
No one loves do-it-yourself projects more than I do, but you never want to cut or drill into a wall without knowing what's behind it. That's why I choose Zircon Corporation. As the #1 electronic hand tool company in the world, Zircon Super Tools help keep me and my crew safe and out of harm's way. From stud sensors and laser levels to metal detectors and electrical wiring sensors, sturdy and dependable Zircon tools are all I use. So whether renovating or redecorating, ask for Zircon by name at your local home improvement store. And should someone say, haven't seen you in a while, tell them, that's cause every time I come by, all the Zircon stud finders go off. Just kidding. Sort of. From odd jobs around the house to those bigger fall projects where you need a helping hand, it's good to know Zircon tools are within your reach and help you get the job done safely. Electronic tools are all they make, so they simply make them better. Remember, before any wall gets worked on, you'd better get a Zircon.
TradioV.